News Talking the music you love here on a Tuesday. 9:09 is the time. As we continue to broadcast live from Beef Australia 2010 from Powers Financial Advisors. I've got Marty Pentecost. We've spoken to Marty a couple of times on the phone, haven't we?
Can I just interject? We're at Beef Australia 2015.
What did I say?
2010.
Where did you get
I don't know where you got it from.
Did I go back in history, did I?
I think so. Just a little bit.
Sorry.
That's all right. There wasn't even one on in 2010.
Do I have to do all that again?
No, it's fine.
That's
we'll just move on. Let's move forward.
Thank you.
Good morning, Marty.
Hey, Sam, how are you today? Hey, John.
I don't let him get away with much.
I wouldn't either.
No.
She pays out on me, let me tell you, mate. I tell you, I get it from her left, right and centre, as you can witness. Welcome, mate. Welcome.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks. You having a good beef week?
Yes, mate, so far. Day 2, it's just like yesterday. I couldn't believe the amount of people that were coming through.
I think it'll really crank up now for, the stud judging gets underway, and the commercial cattle competition yesterday at Gracemere, so probably split the crowds a bit, but all the focus will move firmly here
Well, as you can see here, we're on the main entrance here at Beef Avenue. There's just people coming through left, right and centre all the time.
Terrific.
And once again, as we've been pointing out throughout this, is that it's increasing the local economy. This is what we need.
Absolutely, John. No, it's terrific for the region, and you see people, they're coming from all over the country. Huge international delegations were wandering around yesterday. I know people coming up from Victoria, coming from WA, the people that I bumped into this morning from Alice Springs, they're coming from everywhere. So it's just fantastic.
We're showcasing the region too,
absolutely,
mate. That's
John.
what it's all
Absolutely.
about. Now, with Powers Financial Advisors, we've been talking to you on the phone about this before you came to Beef Australia, and you're into agribusiness. So tell us a little bit more about Powers Financial and the agribusiness side of it.
I suppose, John, with our agribusiness, we do quite a lot of consulting with primary producers. A lot of our work lately has been with, I suppose there's a lot of talk around primary producers' debt, and so we've been working with a lot of primary producers lately to either bring that debt down or restructure, or just go back to the banks and get more competitive rates. And it's amazing what a difference a minor interest rate cut can have to these guys' bottom line. So and just having someone there to negotiate on their behalf instead of them doing it themselves.
Trying to do it themselves.
Absolutely.
And they don't know. I mean, they're there on the land. Some of them are working 24/7, and they haven't got time. They haven't got the experience. Somebody like yourself that steps in as a friend.
Absolutely,
a colleague,
John.
to sit down and just have a chat about.
And it's the way we present it to the banks then as well. It's in a form, it's in the form that they understand, and then we get them down in front of the clients, and they can discuss the issues and work through it. So we've been doing that a lot lately, and obviously, as we said, with the recent flood events and whatever, quite a lot with QRA, and there's grant applications that are available to help them through that. So we've been pursuing that, and obviously, and tomorrow at Beef we've got some of our senior accountants up talking about succession planning and getting the next generation involved on the property. So that kicks off tomorrow at about 11 o'clock, I think, at the James Lawrence Pavilion. So there'll be some good speakers there, and just help people through that whole succession plan that mum and dad, they don't want to be felt like they're being put on the shelf, but there has to be a way of getting the next generation onto the property.
Well, it's a pretty sensitive subject, right? When you've got family business and property all rolled into one, it's got to be handled delicately.
Sam, and more often than not, there's not just one sibling. There could be 2, 3 or 4, and so how do we divvy this up so that everybody gets a slice of the pie, and mum and dad get something to retire on? They can't just simply gift the property to someone, because how do mum and dad live for the rest of their life? How are they going to retire? So it's quite complex. There's no simple solution. There's no golden bullet, as it were, but it's just a process that you've got to work through, and it can take years in some instances, but we urge our customers and clients to have the conversation sooner rather than later and put it all out on the table and get things moving. So I think tickets so far for that presentation tomorrow, they're 120, 130 people, so it'll be a really good session. And I suppose it all comes down to what Beef Week's all about. There's that much information around, and being able to present to people, and it's a great opportunity.
I suppose that's what really they're looking for, isn't it? More advice, more information, because as I said, they're working on the land. They haven't got time to sit down and go through all this for themselves. And when it comes to an exposition like we've got here in Rockhampton, people like yourself come along and actually sit down and have a chat, or hear the people that have got the information and find that advice.
Absolutely,
and
John.
Getting that confidence back to them.
Absolutely, John, and particularly around that succession plan, there's a lot of intricacies about it. There's a lot of legal matters that need to be ticked off there. There's taxation issues. There's a lot to it. So we're dealing with some very switched on operators that are very, very good at what they do, but it's knowing those finer points of the law and how to deal with the ATO and those sort of things. So they bring in outside advisors, and that's where our guys come in. So
and every case would be different. Too.
Every case is different, John. Every case is different. There's nothing set in concrete. So everyone's different, and you've just got to take every situation as it comes. So
some of your highlights for Beef Australia 2015. What are you looking forward to apart from working here?
Well, I tell you, there's some fantastic livestock displays. Some of the work that the exhibitors have put into their livestock displays are phenomenal. Over in the Brahman compound and the Santa Gertrudis compound, they've done a great job. You go over there, the Drought Master breed, they've done a great job. But some of the individual exhibitors, it's amazing what they put together and what they've invested to be here.
A lot of money, mate.
Absolutely.
When you talk about
absolutely
them cows.
So they've done a great job. My hat's off to the exhibitors, and there's some great stuff to wander around and have a look at it. Not just if you're in the beef industry, just for the people that are in town to come down here and see. There's some fantastic celebrity chefs, as you just had Matt on before, and some of those cooking displays. They're amazing, what these guys can do. So there's some great stuff, and obviously, as Sam rightly pointed out, there's a few hydration stations around the place. So
he loves the hydration stations.
It's great to sit.
I do.
It's great at the end of the day to sit down and with some of my old friends and just have a quiet beer or two and catch up with what's going on. So
it took me a couple of seconds to work out what she was talking about yesterday, because she said, the hydration station just down the road, and I'm looking for this big water cooler thing.
Wrong.
It's just a big gold can, John, a big gold can.
Then it ticked. I'm going, silly me. Anyway, mate, welcome. And I know that a lot of people obviously are going to take the opportunity to have a chat to you. Do we get to talk to Marty before he goes, or you got that organised?
Yeah, come back.
Yeah, come back.
Do it.
Just come back, have a chat, because it's very interesting. I mean, the man on the land, as we all know, he's a tough breed himself, and there's hardships out there. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
There is some hardships and some very, very sad stories, and people like yourself are there to help and assist. So give them the opportunity to come and have a chat to you. That seminar tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 11 o'clock at the James Lawrence Pavilion. Right. I'm not too sure if there's tickets available, but look, I'm sure they'll fit people in, no problems at all.
If they're after tickets, how can they get their hands on them?
I would come to the Powers Trade stand, which is in the Sydney Kidman Pavilion. We're right next door to Panda Pearls. So
I visited that place last night.
Made a purchase. There's been a few. I've noticed a few gentlemen being dragged past there yesterday, and showing a great deal of interest. But hey, Mother's Day coming up, they could get a few brownie points, I can tell you. And I tell you what, God knows I need them.
Marty, thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Good to see you. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Doing it live.